Thank you. Said and by Bansal sir about the ecological and other benefits. So not go the thing is which very important that bamboo is a traditional material, and we have been using it for even now about 1/5 of the world population lives today in bamboo houses, though they don't do it. Uh, more compulsion actually choice, and due to this, most of these traditional technologies has got lost. And with the renewed interest in natural materials, and bamboo have come up as the one of the best alternatives and candidates for global the construction as we all are aware. Any countries, show countries, show Manhattan skyline, or we show the Dubai towers, and so all that comes from concrete and steel. Unless until you in metric tons and millions of metric tons, you are not developed. That's generally the general definition. And because of that, this interest in bamboo has come because of this. One more aspect which has happened is most of the research which has been happening on bamboo actually remains in the lab, and most of them as end of the March projects, which are, you have money left there and you just do something, and then after that, there is no interaction. Bansal sir, when he started, we started doing that. It was at that program. Dr. MP Singh, he approached me to invite architects to this program so that the institute's work and this bamboo and this woodwork, the research which is happening to go the family. Happy, sir, that all of them. I have shared this with in the professional fraternity, and this is why as the population density on the left and the bamboo availability on the right. And as you can see, wherever bamboo grows more, there is more population, and that's where more housing and more these things are required. And the other countries, tropical and will be happening in the next few years or decade, and that makes bamboo even more relevant. This is nature's answer to us for how the development should actually be addressed in the near future. Aspect which is really a safe material to build with in disaster prone areas, and we are having a lot of disasters, as you know, thanks to global warming that we have produced. And that makes another case for bamboo to be used in the construction sector. And another thing is the housing left off. This is the way the housing situation is. And this is again the comparison as to how do we compare, is something with one that graph that I had shared, that bamboo should be used for the. This is another relationship table which I have made, and very not the housing, it's also disaster prone areas. Where bamboo grows, those areas are more disaster prone. And that's where it's also more developed. So that also is another case why bamboo should be taken up very seriously in the construction sector. There are the SDGs that it's a buzzword around the world. Every company puts it on their front page that the other goals actually can address all these goals that we are talking about: affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, innovation structure, qualities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, justice and partnership for goals. This actually makes again bamboo one of the another contender we used for the for various sectors, including construction being polluted. This is there, and so the mission that I embarked upon, as I just shared, around after first project and the second project that we did in Plywood Institute campus, I literally was so enamored material and the the versatility of the material for various uses that I literally has become a lifelong mission for me taking forward. And it is the mainstreaming bamboo in the construction sector. So, which this also embarked me on a journey of not just at bamboo institutions, but putting bamboo in private practice, professional practice of architecture. So I private clients, big private clients, and all these people, and that is how I have been making my efforts, approaching colleges, wherever I go. World Sustainable Building Conference, in Tokyo, then in Melbourne, then in Finland, and places. Then in the World Bamboo Congress, I've been attending since 2004. That happened in Delhi. I have now. I mean, since that time, I had met Dr. D.N. Tiwari around the Congress, and people who have been doing wonderful work, and that became my mission. The various organizations that I'm really I'm working with proactively with all of them to take this mission forward. In 2015, I presented a acceptability of bamboo in the construction sector in Damyang, Korea, in the World Bamboo Congress. And after that, followed to that paper. I had gone to, I participated in the Venice Biennale in Venice, and it was a month exhibition. There again, I put it up at my own cost and CGBMT exhibition for bamboo in the construction, the pulse, and that resulted further into a global survey that we did actually, later. These are some of our key projects that we have done. As I said, I didn't want to go in detail, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse of how I'm trying to put it. As them are mainstream construction. Like for usage on a daily basis, how things, different kinds of spaces, prefab house, Ipruti house. As you can see, this is the left compound. We have the 2-bedroom house that is at Ipruti, is still being used. This was my second project, which I did. The first one was in Raj Bhavan with Bansal sir. And in the middle one, at the bottom, what you see is a prefab house, 2004 to in Rome, and it is still there. I visited it some years back, and it's doing very well. It was prefab water, and then I also started using it with other materials like mud, lime, and all these, which actually makes us taking it to high-end constructions, which some of them are have finished, and some of them are under construction. And these are the various kinds of projects that we are doing. And we also made a presentation at GST Harvard University in 2010 at the executive program construction with Future. That is a Harvard club that is there, where we are with a SARET. SARET, it was one of the new as to how to solve issues with communities. So I attended that program as well, and so that is the thing. And then I program skill shops. Started a course in 2011, bamboo application technology course, and these are various activities we've been doing, various things, just to try to see that it comes to the construction sector in a big way. The top you see here, we have a across the globe kind of a panel. We have Inbar from Mauricio from Rome, from Italy, from Hunar bamboo, and all these things with connection with mud and other things. So this is a kind of work that we Venice, and things you can see very closely are the comments that people have given. These are the comments that they had left on our counter. And we had a my first book launched, though the book was not very successful, Symphony of the Bamboos, about that was launched in Venice in 2016. This is also part of this, the same. Following this, we will understand how we should go about what to do to mainstream bamboo. And this is a global survey. It was done by Bamboo and our, media partners. And with that, we did this, and we had 16 questions. And these are data, entry, age group, profession, and on various issues, whether bamboo was addressed, whether you like bamboo, and what are the solutions that you think should be used to actually work with bamboo. Clients will be accepting it, how much, whether you have done any work, all these kind of comparison with other construction materials. We did this whole way with and collated the data like a demographic data with everybody, and whether it should be put in of legislation, it should be actually put into. So this was a very detailed survey that we did. Those since we were the participation from Asia was much more, but we had other countries as well wherever bamboo is did this. As a summary of the survey, which I can present some conclusions. Here, most of the architects and designers, they want to use bamboo. Find themselves, there are several issues like academics, availability, and execution. Very few of the professionals cited the eco properties of bamboo for projects. Now, these are some of the important points because they want to use bamboo for fashion because bamboo has suddenly become fashionable. So, and that is our purpose. So, what happens is they would use it for the facade, they would use it for places where it is not supposed to be. It creates more than others. Most of the inquired thought that bamboo could be bought at the current prices. They didn't have anything probably so bamboo probably did not come so expensive to them. But they preferred to get off the products and components. They thought that a bamboo mart with some kind of a bamboo certification would be a good way to, because if they can buy bamboo poles and other products, they will be able to use them, more frequently. And most of the professionals think bamboo cannot be used for large buildings and complex. This can be the only thing that can be used for temporary kind of structures or resort villages. These are the only two they think makes, or you can make small structures. And no architect talked about bamboo as replacement of steel. I think that scale and things like that, or replacing wooden furniture, flooring, and doors and windows. So this was some of the support of government policy was mentioned many for being FAR, etc. But schedule of rates and building codes has been mentioned specifically by a handful, but important, probably be really put there.